Hello, people of the interweb. You like my boomer intro? Yes, we all love them boomer intros. Well, in today's video, needless to say that I realized that my audio was cut off because I forgot to turn it on. And I've been speaking in this microphone for like 5 minutes, blank. You can tell I'm going to be a little bit salty. So, in this video, I'm going to be explaining what's been going on, why I have not uploaded. Well, one of the main reason I haven't uploaded for like 2 to 3 weeks is because we had some internet drama going about. So, before we get into the internet drama, I gotta start off with this story. So, the apartment complex that I'm living in right now was doing a bunch of renovations to a bunch of different units. Since the lease on the unit that I was living prior expired on June 4th, they gave us 35 days notice. Or was it 36? 36 days notice. So a full month and a week, basically. So they gave us that many days notice. And 2 weeks prior to us moving, we gave AT&T a notice so that we could move into the unit and we could have our phone numbers and our service transferred smoothly into the new unit. Okay, so we went and did that. That weekend, we decided to go ahead and move because it was my 2 days off. I had nothing better to do. I was exhausted, kind of, because it was a Friday, and workloads are always big on Fridays. So I was kind of tuckered out. And to top it all off, I injured my hand a few days before, so that was an experience. So 2 days went by, and we moved, and we decided to give ourselves a good, relaxing rest for 2 days. Nothing out of the ordinary. Called up AT&T, said that we're ready to have our service transferred and activated in this new unit that I'm now currently living in with my parents, obviously. So we moved in. A couple of days, like I want to say the next day, we were wondering why our service, after 40 years being loyal with the company, has not even activated. So they put in a work ticket. Okay, mystery was being solved, blah, 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 all this other stuff. And, a few days went by, we gave them another callback saying, what's going on? What's the status? Blah, 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 so on and so forth. They put in another work ticket, okay? But keep in mind that I run a YouTube channel. My dad needs the internet for his off-site work because he needs a laptop with internet service in order to do his work, which is an engineering firm, okay? Engineering firms make a lot of money. They expect you to be on the computer, on the interweb, on the internet, in the Ethernet, all the freaking time. So we tried to push them for an emergency because they knew what company my father works for, so they tried to push it. A few days later, nothing. What they told us by the end of that week was the fact that our apartment was not wired for AT&T internet service. It took you an entire freaking week to tell me that? It takes any other company out there at least a bare most 2 days to figure that out. Maybe even 3, and that's pushing it. But an entire week? AT&T? What the hell? So now we're sitting here thinking, okay, now that we solved the problem, get somebody out here to wire our AT&T services. Okay, so they did. They put another emergency ticket, and it was Friday. all the lines were busy, the techs were busy, the weekend was coming, so it's going to take a little bit longer, because most of the techs don't work on weekends. So we gave them up until Tuesday, basically. So when that Tuesday rolled around, we called them up and said, well, what's going on with the internet service? Okay. They said, oh, we'll put in another emergency ticket. At this point in time, I'm getting a little bit annoyed. Now, the next day, we asked them about the status. They said, we'll put in another emergency ticket. Okay. Now, at this point in time, we were really annoyed. Okay. So, thankfully, our neighbors downstairs knew somebody who was inside who worked for AT&T, and they gave us a direct line to him. I'm thinking, oh, you know what? This is going to be simple. We have a direct line to AT&T IT technician and all this other stuff, and this is going to be a blast, right? Well, we called the guy. We gave the work order ticket because we asked the people what was going on with the work order ticket. Okay, so with that being said, we waited a couple of days because we knew that he was out there doing stuff. And he said he was going to be out here within a couple of days. Couple days went by, nothing. Then we decided to call AT&T again and see what the status on their end, the customer service end, inside their pretty little office building with all their lattes and futons and sleep and yoga exercise rooms are in, making it look like a freaking Twitter workhouse. We were wondering what they were doing. Well, the lady on the other line said all the tickets were canceled. All the 2 weeks worth of work emergency tickets, well, almost 2 weeks, were canceled. I'm like, who? What? Canceled? Why in the world would anybody cancel tickets? I need the internet. My dad needs the internet. Why are you canceling my tickets? So, I want to say, like, not this weekend, but the weekend before that, like 2 weekends ago, we said, you know what? We've had enough. So, you know what? We went for a company called Xfinity. And you know what happened? We were trying to rack up our services over there at Xfinity, and how long did it take us to get our service? It took AT&T 2 weeks to figure out, to get their shit together, and still do nothing. And we went to an Xfinity work store, which is about 5 minutes away from my apartment. And it turns out that this unit that I'm in was previously wired with Xfinity service. And so it took a measly 2 hours to get our internet service, plus a few other days to get the phone service up and working again, because AT&T sucks. So that's what's been going on. I now have internet. Whoop-de-doo. Eat that, AT&T. Now, I'm kind of a bit disappointed in the fact that I didn't realize that AT&T even screwed us over before for the past 10 years. Because suspiciously enough, the phone location of my mother's phone was not working properly with my phone. I couldn't receive calls, okay? I was receiving calls with a Chicago area code. I'm like, okay, Chicago area code. The guy told us basically when the people were transferring the number or doing something with my mom's phone, they put my mom's location in Chicago. And that's been for 10 years. Now, because my mom's location is now in Houston, I can receive phone calls and text messages from her without any sort of complications. And I'm just like, AT&T, look, I heard you had some problems, but for God's sakes, this takes the freaking cake, okay? So now After 40 years of loyalty, I chopped off the hand that was the headache to our innate existence and joined Xfinity. For 2 years, I'm paying for, or we're all paying for, phone internet, which is like 800 megabytes a second. All this, the phones, new cell phones, all this other stuff for about $70 a month for 2 years. And I'm just like, okay, give me that contract. I'm signing it for 2 years. Needless to say, I don't know how much the price is going to jump after that, but whatever. I'm willing to pay the price if it means staying in service online every day without any headaches or line manipulations or the fact that my tickets get canceled. Anyways, that's it for my little rant. I was gone for too long. Videos are coming out, and as far as like Spiral Abyss, I'm gonna make a video about that one. Okay, so stay tuned for that one. The drama is over. I'm back, and well, we're ready to roll out. See you guys later. Requiescat in pace, and hopefully your internet service is probably not screwing you over. Hoop-dee-doo!